Most agents treat open houses like they're 3-hour appointments. Let me explain. They set out the cookies, get 4 names they'll never call, and go home. Well, they still have to pick up the signs, right? And then they go home. That whole Saturday was worth maybe 1 lead, maybe 2. I'm going to show you how to take that same open house, the same 3 hours, and turn it into 2 weeks of content plus follow-up machine. Same Saturday, completely different business. This is Your Daily Real Estate. I'm Tristan. Let's get into this. I've been doing this now for 22 years. I still love it. And open houses has been a big part of our business. I think in our industry, one of, if not the most, wasted opportunity in real estate. Agents at A Brilliant Tribe and in Lab Coat Agents ask me, are open houses even worth it? We see it in Lab Coats as a question. Hey, are open houses still a thing? Are people just wasting their time with open houses? I think you're sitting on a gold mine and walking out with a cookie crumb. So here's the shift. The open house isn't the event. It's the raw material. One open house set up right feeds everything you post and send for 2 weeks. It starts 2 days before, well, in reality, a few days before that, but let's go with 2 days before. You film a 20-second reel, you walking in the front door. I'm opening this Saturday. You have to see this kitchen come through. Something like that, right? That reel markets the house for your seller, and every future seller who sees it just watched you market a home better than the agent who only put up a sign. Now, as I'm doing this reel, I mentioned the city, the track, the uniqueness, right? You've got to showcase the property and tell a story. Now, that same day, I run a poll on stories and on LinkedIn. This kitchen, white cabinets or go dark? Vote. People love voting. Now, they're paying attention before you even open the door. During the open house, you're not on your phone in a chair. You're capturing a few clips and you're writing down every question people ask. Why? It's content. If you're answering those questions in person from people asking that about the house, about the area, well, you can probably do a lot with it. Think about it. Somebody comes in and they say, how are the schools? Or where are the schools located? How many schools are there? Where's the middle school? Where's the high school? What are the fees for the private school? Those questions are your content. The second everyone leaves, sit in your car and record a 60-second voice memo while it's fresh. That one memo maybe becomes 4 things. You hand it to AI, it writes a blog, 5 things buyers ask at my open house on 123 Brilliant Street. That same content becomes an email to your database. Subject line, what happened at my open house? The price feedback, whatever it is, surprised me. People open that. Why? Because they have the same question. And here's the other thing you should be doing. Your open house is market data. How many groups came in? What they said about price. And if you're in a busier area that brings in 15, 20, 30 people, well, if you had that amount of people, it'd be more like, hey, I had 22 groups walk through a $700,000 listing Saturday, and 3 asked about financing. So here's what that tells you about our market. Something like that. And you can't find that on Zillow. Can't find that on Redfin. Only you have it. See, this is how we have to get niched. This is how we need to start promoting our listings or the open houses we're sitting on. And then you follow up. Everybody walked in, voted, or DM'd. Well, they get a human touch, right? Day 1, a voice memo. Thanks for coming in. What'd you think? Day 3, a text with 2 similar homes. Day 7, a call, right? Your CRM's AI tracks who is coming through and who's slipping through the cracks. I love using Open Home Pro. It's an app and it's really automated. So anybody that comes through, they're automatically sent information and nobody slips through. You can use whatever you want though. Now remember, the average buyer is 10 weeks into their search. It's not my data, it's data that's out in the internet. The person at your open house is real. And maybe they're close to either selling because they're looky-loos and they're like, I wonder what that home is selling for because we live down the street. Or maybe they're buyers. Maybe they're far away buyers, meaning they're not going to buy anything anytime soon. Or maybe they're coming in for the weekend because they're relocating and they need to buy something soon. Now it all adds up. One Saturday, now you're thinking a reel, a poll, a blog, an email, a market update, and a list of warm humans getting real follow-up through a system like Open Home Pro? Well, the agent across town walked out with 4 names that he'll never call. How do I know that? Because I've seen it, and you've seen it too, and you may live it. The open house was never the point. Now, in some cases, homes sell at an open house. I've sold a few, right? But I can count them in my hand how many have actually sold with somebody walking in. The content and the follow-up, that's the point. And then the data, because that data has to go to the seller. So you have so much here. And the house is just the excuse to create both. So stop treating it like the finish line. I did the open house, I'm done, let's move on to the next thing. I think it's the starting gun. Now here's your one thing. Your next open house, the second it ends, record a 60-second voice memo to your phone, right? That's why I have my hand up if you're watching on YouTube. Before you drive off, do that. Before you pick up the signs. And that one memo becomes your blog, your email, and your market update. If you got value from this, please hit follow and send it to an agent who has a lot of open houses or who's thinking about having an open houses or who's struggling, because open houses, best way to create content. Follow me here. Check us out at brillianttribe.com. Have an awesome day.